All right, welcome everybody to our Sunday night training call, webinar. Tonight's going to be a call, so don't worry about what you see. Just listen tonight. So take some copious notes. I basically talked to Dwayne Eddings, who sends his love. He's out tonight taking a rare break for himself and his family, which he well deserves. And because it's a special time for their family, to have a new addition to the family, a new granddaughter and baby Grace, and excited to welcome baby Grace, and everybody send your congratulations to Dwayne for that. So he's taking some well-deserved time with family. But as a teamwork makes the dream work, we all step in and pitch in. Me, Dwayne, Larod, under the guidance of the company and all the good stuff that we're doing. We're always excited to share some great information with you tonight. Now, Dwayne asked me what to train. I said, I don't know what do you think we should train. He's been doing most of the Sunday night training. He said, product training. I said, okay, product training. But then I was reading today, I do my little bit of reading right between watching the Masters and watching 60 Minutes with an amazing story about the owner of Chobani, who inspired me to really come out and talk about entrepreneurship. And so, of course, I did a last minute turn. I'm not going to talk about product trade because here's the deal. I don't care what product you choose. Okay, I don't care what product you choose. You are not going to be able to sell that product unless you have a desire, unless you have make a determination that you're going to market that product. See, and what we do is the basic essentials. Is to do this. We actually peak and pass, right? We pique people's interest in the services and products we market and show the value or establish the value for them, get them to look and let the experts close. Because, we don't know how to install a satellite dish. We don't know how to do solar panels. We don't know how to, do a lot of the things that we do. So all we know is we're going to pass the people we know. This is a business of sharing information with people you know, right? And people you meet every day and people you come in contact. And that's what this business is so powerful. And so you don't have to be an expert. Just learn how to get people in front of the information that either produce a customer or a business partner. It's simple as that. You don't have to be an expert. So instead of product training, I'm going to talk about why you have to be determined to market any product you have. And let me tell you, in Haiti, we've gone and we're marketing the basic essential products that cost anywhere from $7 to $15. And yet we're off to a great start because people use those products. It is used up in a day or two. And what's nice about that is people need more. So as long as we have a good price in the market, that's great. So we're going to pass it to the vendor who delivers the products. As simple as that. We send them to a website, they see the product, they know product like rice, like spaghetti or juice, and we're going to add so many more. We got a lineup of stuff coming down the road that's going to give us a full boutique type store that anyone could come on from anywhere in the world and send products and services or products to people in Haiti. And as you know, $2 billion go from family members and friends and people who support Haitians back to Haiti every year. $2 billion. So there's no small market that we're capturing out here. Okay. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to read from one of my favorite books. It's Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It is chapter 2 because I'm going to get to every one of you tonight to understand I need to light a fire under you so that you can bring our business, whether it's travel, which is the biggest one of the biggest industries you can participate in, one of the most phenomenal services. And our travel club is amazing. Last month, we booked 113 bookings for travel, and where savings were anywhere from a couple of dollars up to as much as $1,900 savings off Expedia Travelocity for a week-long vacation, all-inclusive resort. $1,900 of savings. So you're talking a significant month for us, one of our best months ever. And this month we're off to a great start, another 100 reservation month as we're already a quarter of the way there with 27 reservations in 7 days. So we're well on our way to, once again, getting 100 reservations and saving thousands of dollars off traveling. So we got a great travel product. We have great ability to go to different markets and market products and services. Our international strategy is very strong and very well received everywhere I go. People want to partner with us because of it. So there's something special about this company. But that doesn't mean nothing for me because I'm out excited talking to people. My team grew one of the largest growth since we started. And heads up to, and really shout out to the Bahamas and Haiti as international expansion continues. And we also added some members domestically on my team here because we're focusing on leveraging that international exposure. What I want you listening to me tonight to get the fire that I have. And so I think I got to go back to one of the books that really lit the fire in me as an entrepreneur. It's called Think and Grow Rich, right? And it's actually, I'm going to go through chapter 2, talking about desire, all right? I'm going to tell you a story. I'm going to read you the story that he tells here because I want you to know what it takes to win in anything, whether you're doing music, whether you're a basketball player, whether you're a nurse, whether you're a doctor, whether you're a school teacher, whether you're an entrepreneur. I'm going to give you what it takes to succeed to get to the top of what you do. See, if you just want to get by, that's cool too, because we're a business here for everyone, whether you want to do a little bit or a lot. But I want to be the best of the best. Why? Because by being the best, I have helped others to become the best. See, I try to instill the best in everyone else, which in turn will bring the best out of me. So let's talk about this. It's chapter 2. It's called Desire. The starting point of all achievement. Because, he has 7 steps to riches, right? And the first step he talks about is that desire. See, I'm going to challenge your desire tonight. Because with desire, you can market any product that we market right now, any service, whether it's travel club, whether it's booking travel to our awesome host travel agency, Pro Travel, or whether it's selling rice in Haiti, or whether it's selling satellite TV, dish TV here in the United States. It all depends on your desire to do what you have to do. So let me read you the story. When Edward Barnes climbed down the freight train in Orange, New Jersey, more than 30 years ago, he may have resembled a tramp, but his thoughts were that of a king. As he made his way from the railroad tracks to Thomas Edison's office, his mind was at work. He saw himself standing in Edison's presence. He heard himself asking Mr. Edison for an opportunity to carry out the one consuming obsession of his life, a burning desire to become the business associate of one of the greatest inventors. He wanted to be Thomas Edison's partner, but he didn't know him. He got on a train to go to Thomas Edison, not knowing if he'd get to see him or no less. So Barnes' desire was not hope. It was not a wish. It was keen, pulsating desire, was translating everything else. It was definite. See, sometimes you have to make a decision you want to be great. Or you make a decision you want to succeed. See, desire was not new when he approached Edison. It had been Barnes' dominating desire for a long time. In the beginning, when the desire first appeared in his mind, it may have been, probably was, only a wish. But it was no more a wish when he appeared before Edison with it. He took the nerve, he got uncomfortable to get in front of him, not knowing him. A few years later, Edward Barnes again stood before Edison in the same office where he first met the inventor. This time, his desire had been translated into reality. He was in business with Edison. The dominating dream of his life had become a reality. Today, people who know Barnes envy him because of the break life yielded him. They see him in the days of his triumph without taking the trouble to investigate the cause of his success. See, Barnes succeeded because he chose a definite goal. Place all his energy, place all his energy, all his will and power, all his effort, everything backed of that goal. He did not become the partner of Edison the day he arrived. He was content to start in the most menial work as long as it provided opportunity to take even one step toward his cherished goal. 5 years passed before the chance he had been seeking made its appearance. During all those years, not one ray of hope, not one promise of attainment of his desire had been held out to him. To everyone except himself, he appeared only another cog in Edison's business wheel. But in his mind, he was the partner of Edison every minute of the time. From the very day that he first went to work there. It is a remarkable illustration of the power of definite desire. Barnes won his goal because he wanted to be in business associate with Mr. Edison more than he wanted anything else. He created a plan by which to attain that purpose, but he burned all bridges behind him. He stood by his desire until it became the dominating obsession of his life. And finally, a fact. When he went to Orange, he did not say to himself, I will try to induce to give Edison to give me a job of sort. He said, I will see Edison and put him on notice that I have come to go into business with him. He did not say, I will work there for a few months, and if I get no encouragement, I will quit and get a job somewhere else. He did not say, I will start anywhere. I will do anything Edison tells me to do, but before I am through, I will be his associate. That's what he said. He did say, I will start anywhere. I will do anything Edison tells me to do, but before I am through, I will be his associate. He did not say, I will keep my eyes open for another opportunity in case I fail to get what I want in Edison's organization. He said, there is one thing in this world that I am determined to have, and that is the business association with Thomas Edison. I will burn all bridges behind me and stake my entire future on the ability to get what I want. He left himself no possibility way of retreat. He had to win or perish. See, ladies and gentlemen, you don't all have to put it all on the line for AGS. But what this story is telling you, if you're going to succeed in anything in your life, you must make a commitment and determination, and you need to go for it. Go for it like your life depended on it. See, too many of us do not succeed at the highest level because we're not willing to pay the price to go all in, the price where we treat this business like the oxygen, very oxygen we breathe. It is until you understand. Sometimes people think, well, that's too crazy. I mean, this is just a business. But guess what? That's why you're doing the way you're doing. If this business is successful, the financial success and the people you must help to attain that success will then put you in a different light because you are now moving people, you're empowering people, you are changing people's lives. Not only here, but across the world. It's not something to be taken lightly because this is a gift that's been given to us, a vehicle that could change lives. But if we don't take it seriously, if we don't approach it like this is it, then therefore you'll have the results you've had before. And this brings to a story this is one of my favorite stories because this is the challenge I have before every one of you at AGS tonight about where you're going to take your AGS business, about where you're going to position yourself. This is the story that he tells, okay? A long while ago, a great warrior faced a situation which made it necessary for him to make a decision which ensured his success on the battlefield. He was about to send his armies against a powerful foe whose men outnumbered his own. He loaded his soldiers into boats, sailed to the enemy's country, unloaded soldiers and equipment, and gave them the orders to burn the ships that carried them. Addressing his men before his first battle, he said, you see, the boats are going up in smoke. That means that we cannot leave these shores alive unless we win. We now have no choice. We win or we perish. Guess what happened? They won. See, every person who wants to win in any undertaking must be willing to burn your ship and cut all sources of retreat. Only by doing so can one be sure of maintaining the state of mind known as burning desire to win, the essential to success. See, everybody, when you translate it to what that means to us here at AGS, it means that you're here in AGS now. You got a membership number. You're the CEO of your membership number. And then now it's up to you to see what you're going to do with this business. See, you don't have to fight a battle because the battle for us is going out and talking to people about this business, about dealing with the complaint, the apathy, the rejection, and deal with, people quitting, and that's going to happen. But how much do you want to win? I just watched a story in 60 Minutes about the owner of Chobani. It's an amazing story. Came to America and found out that a plant for yogurt was being sold by Kraft. They were getting out of the business, or that particular part of the business. There was a plant. Found out he could get it for $700,000. He bid on it. He got $1 million loan, SBA loan, and to get started. Bought some equipment, hired a few people, but didn't know what he was exactly going to do. He had to contact some people to figure out what kind of yogurt he do. Well, lo and behold, he gets started and he launches his yogurt brand, not knowing he's going to succeed or not. Sent it to a smaller store, 150 cases, not knowing if that's going to be what he needed or not. And he did. And so, guess what? They loved it. Couldn't keep it on the shelf. Then he knew he had something special. So now he went from 0 to $1 billion of revenues. He now has one of the biggest yogurt plants he built as a second generation plant. He employs almost 1,000 people in the United States. He came with nothing. He had nothing but a burning desire. I mean, I could go on about the story about Starbucks. Charles Schwartz, who went to Italy and saw this little coffee atmosphere that talked about coffee. Before that, no one would have dared to talk about selling $6, $5, $4, $10 of coffee. No one would have dared about selling coffee for earning $1 or $2, right? But when he came back with the idea, he pitched it to the owners of Starbucks, and they said no, because they were mostly selling coffee beans. He said, well, let's open up this beautiful little atmosphere, it'll bring people to drink the coffee. It was so nice in Italy, and everyone came in, they didn't want to leave. They told him no. Well, guess what? He didn't want to be deterred. So he left. He decided to go start his own company, his own restaurant, his own he didn't call it Starbucks. He had another name for it. He created that little, Italian kind of cafe that he saw. He created that. Had a hard time. A lot of people told him no. He needed to raise $1 million+ and he must have talked to hundreds of people before they said yes. So he finally got the loan. He finally did it. And he got out, started, and was doing okay. And then Starbucks came back to him. At that time, the owners wanted to get out of the business. They tell you what, we're thinking about you. You're one of our best employees. We'd love to sell a company to you. So now he had just raised money for that, concept. The cafe was going okay, but, still getting up and running. He wanted to buy Starbucks. So now he had to find investors for that. Because he now wanted to build all the Starbucks concept into this full cafe type scenario. And they said no. He went to another investor. They said no. He went to, once again, hundreds of investors. So finally, he found someone to say yes, someone to buy into his concept. And today, the rest is history. Billions of dollars of coffee consumed, stores going up every day of the week all over the world. So he had a burning desire. I mean, I could go on and on about, Thomas Edison, 10,000 tries to get the light bulb. We could talk about Abraham Lincoln, who failed at everything he ever did before becoming president of the United States. Imagine if he quit along the way of things that didn't work out his way. See, the point of tonight is that you have to grasp onto something. You have to see what you got to get out of this, but you have to realize you have something to go with. Some of you have to believe that this can be a difference for you. But it won't if you don't take the necessary steps. Because it's not just believing in it, it's taking action on that belief. And how do you get belief? It's all faith. You guys missing it? If you don't feel like you have it in you, if you don't recognize what I'm talking about tonight, then simply do this. You need to take out Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill and start reading that book. Because everything starts with a desire to succeed. I tell you, I've met a number of leaders being in this industry. God bless, this November is going to make me 9 years in this industry. And I'm going to tell you, I've met enough leaders in this industry to know the difference between leaders and followers. And the funny thing about it is, there are people who are gifted leaders, they came with the skills, and there are people who developed into leaders, worked hard at it. And so that should be great encouragement for anyone here, because each and every one of you who's listening to my voice, whether you're on a recording, whether you're live, have the ability, have the capability, have the possibility to be good. See, good gets very well paid in this industry. Great gets to retire early and change a lot of people's lives. Okay will get you out of some trouble with bills, or being behind, or losing your job. But that's what this is so great about this business. The possibility is up to you. And what you have to do is to take it when you have the opportunity. And this AGS is simple. Are you talking to people every day? Are you sharing all the services that we have? In the United States, we have satellite. We have, let me tell you, the Dish Network. We have roadside assistance. You have, ID protection. You have telemedicine. You have satellite. You have solar energy. You have direct. You have direct energy. You have direct energy, which is deregulated energy in these markets. And you don't have to be great. You just have to pick up the phone and make a call. How many of you spent the day today? Let me tell you, if I'm not, even while I'm watching the Masters and wondering where Tiger Woods is, poor guy, he's not where he needs to be, right? But even when I'm watching that, I'm texting, I'm WhatsApping, I'm going through making sure the Haiti meeting goes well today. I'm interacting with leaders all throughout the time when I'm trying to enjoy what? There are times you spend with family, but there's a time that you always think of your business. Because my business is for my family. My burning desire is for my family, the people I associate with, to have the best that they can have, to make them, to help them. I have plenty of people that I talk to who are struggling, who can't make ends meet, or who are tired of their job, who just want a better life, who just want to take a trip somewhere that they could afford. And yet they'll get into the business and not do what's necessary, which is make the calls, reach out to people, let them know what you have in your hands. This is a solution to most of Americans' problems. This is a solution to a lot of problems around the world. But why are you not talking to people? Why are you not sharing with everybody you come in contact with? Why are you not so focused and so dedicated that you're going to make a difference in someone's life? Because you probably don't believe that you can change someone's life, because maybe your life hasn't changed yet. But I'll remind you of Mr. Barnes' story in Think and Grow Rich. Edward Barnes, who went to go meet and wanted to be a partner with Thomas Edison, who got on a train to go to where Thomas Edison was without knowing him, without someone to make an introduction, and then went there and just was there around until he hired him to do some menial things. And then he did those things and sucked it up. And for 5 years now had a hope of doing anything more than that. Yet his opportunity came up. His opportunity came up because something happened. And because he was around, he proposed a solution. And when he proposed that solution, Edison listened. So how many are waiting for your opportunity to meet? Because in this business, it's the price of the promise. The promise meaning you meet enough people, you find a leader. A leader will move your business in a way that no others can. And that will make you believe in this industry, see the money that can happen. And then you'll understand it's possible in this industry. Then you'll meet another leader that takes you another level. And then you get promoted to platinum broker or diamond broker, which is the top of our company. One or two individuals can change your life. But the price is this. You got to talk to some people. You got to go through people who are not, going to make it, who are not going to stick with it, who it's just going to happen. But you got to go through the numbers. And most of you are not going through the numbers. So most of you who know um, and listen to me in the morning know this. Know that I say this. If you can go through the numbers and meet the people who are as committed, as serious as you. See, you guys who are on Sunday night religiously, or maybe even toughing it out every morning at Monday through Friday at 8:30. You understand what I'm talking about. But it's gotta be consistent, persistent action. It's gotta be something that says, I am going to do it. And I am going to tackle it. And I'm gonna fail until I succeed. If I fall down, I'm gonna get back up. Too many times we don't get back up. Too many times we stay on the ground too long. It's okay to fail. I could tell you lots of really wealthy people. I'm gonna tell you about Colonel Sanders. If you hear Colonel Sanders' story, then none of you would be none of you would be, contemplating quitting AGS. But then here's the deal: you have to get out and meet people. You got to get out to pitch this business. Because let me tell you, once you see the success that comes from this business, you'll understand what it takes. And let me tell you, I know there's a saying, every time you plan on everything going, you got to count on something going wrong, not the way you anticipated. And that's okay. So you got an AGS, you expected to get your 5 or your 10. That didn't happen. That's okay. But are you committed? Are you plugged in? And let me tell you this. This is what I do. This is my style. I will connect to leaders, and I'll reach out and I'll reach out. But you got to meet halfway. At some point, I'll go more than halfway in the beginning, but then you got to go more than halfway somewhere along the line, because that's what shows me that you have the same desire that I have. Desire to leave my family, to go to a country I haven't been in years, to decide to have the audacity that I am going to set up a business that's going to change lives, and that we're going to put it together in less than a month, where it took the last company a year to do. I had the audacity to believe that I could change people's lives because I have that burning desire. And the problem sometimes I have is I have the burning desires for my leaders. I want you to excel. I want all the people who believe in me. And who's a leader with me? Anyone who signs up, you're a leader. You're a potential leader. It's about fulfilling your prophecy. It's fulfilling your leadership. Some of you might have to grow. You might have to work on your communication skills. You might have to work on your belief. You might have to work on your desire. You might have to work on different things to succeed in this business. But as long as you're working on it, and as long as you visualize yourself becoming that leader, it's going to happen. So it starts tonight. You know, we're a product-driven company. You know, what customers are important. You know, residual income is what we all live for. Well, the best way to get residual income, if you're not building a team or organization, is to market customers. Is to get customers. How many of you are getting customers? Some of you say, "Well, I want to make money, but it's not, so many people, they don't answer." Well, guess what? There are people traveling every day. If you have the travel club, I will quote people off that Leap Travel Club, book them on there, charge them a fee, or spread it or whatever, and make some money. Every time I go there, it's amazing savings. So you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision tonight. What are you going to do? Are you going to ride with AGS as we grow to hundreds of millions? Or are you going to wait for other people to just show up for you? Are you going to wait to see if your business will take off on its own? It does. It doesn't usually work that way. You have to put the work in. So I'm asking every one of you tonight to put the work in. Just like, leaving to go to Nassau, Bahamas this week. Next week I will be in Haiti. So for 2 weeks, I'm going to be away from my family. But I am doing it for my family. I'm doing it so they can have the things that they need. Sometimes we have to make a decision. Sometimes it's not convenient, but that's what leaders do. That's what entrepreneurs do. Because winning as an entrepreneur is a beautiful thing. I've yet to see in our business, if you're winning at the leadership level, that means you're helping a lot of people have success. You're helping a lot of people generate income that they may not have dreamed that they could do. And that's the beauty of what we do. So you guys want to work on your desire. So I'm challenging each and every one of you. Choose a product or service that you can market. Learn a little bit about it, then apply your desire. The desire to talk to as many people about it as possible, to share what you can do for them. And what's nice is that with our products and services, we actually save people money. We actually bring things to people that they really enjoy. Who doesn't like to travel and save money? So you're not asking for a favor, you're doing them a favor. But you have to first realize that you're doing a favor. Too many of us have the mindset of that you have to beg people. There's no begging in this business. Just talk to everyone you come across. Prospecting is simply going through the numbers. We have some videos, share the videos. Do your three-way calls. Dwayne Eddings did the training on the baseball diamond. Go back to the baseball diamond. You gotta get someone on first, second, third, and fourth. Because every once in a while comes someone that's gonna come in your business that's special, that's gonna want it more than you, and they're gonna run, and you're gonna get paid on that running in production, and you're gonna be encouraged by that, so that you can look for more. Someone says, "Hey Leslie, what I want to recruit leaders now. I'm tired of people not doing anything. I want to recruit leaders. How do I know what a leader looks like?" And one of my early mentors in this industry said, "Leslie, there's no way to define, it's just hard to go find leaders just by looking for a leader. What you have to do is go through the numbers, have lots of meetings." So how many of you are doing one-on-ones during the day? How many of you are doing two-on-ones or three-on-ones? How many of you are doing travel parties or home events every day, every weekend? How many of you are exposing as much as possible? How many of you, just sit down at lunch? If you know someone is sick and tired, they keep complaining, invite them out to lunch. And on your lunch break, show them what you have. We got a 2-minute video all the way up to the 30+ minute presentation video. If they're from Haiti or no Haitians, then show them the Haitian video. We got it in Creole. We got it in English. Just share it. If you're working in a hospital and there's some Filipinos there, let them know about AGS Philippines that's launching at the end of the month. Show them the video. Show them the leaders. And do a 3-way call if they're interested. That's going through the baseball diamond. And those of you who are looking for income and are frustrated, well, if you're a part of Elite Club, simply start quoting people. Everyone you come across, ask them if they're going on a trip and quote them. If you let people know, they'll ask you. Sometimes they'll challenge you. Sometimes they'll ask you for flights. Flights we don't get paid on, it's inconvenience. But I do the flights only because I want to do the hotel and the car and everything else, the vacation, the cruises when they go on. As an Elite member, you get 50% commission on all cruises and you have the best price, or else we get a price guarantee. How do you go wrong? People are going on cruise. I drove by, I'm about 10 minutes from the airport and 12 minutes from the harbor or the port where the boats go out. And let me tell you, there's so many people going there every day. There's people. There's a little supermarket I go to, which is on Route 1, which is right where all the hotels are where people stay. People are constantly in there getting stuff so they before they get on the cruise. So you can make money. You just have to have a desire to do so. You can't talk to just one or two people or once or twice. You got to make a commitment to do this. A lot of people say they're going to make the commitment, but it's not about what you say, it's about what you do. It is your actions that will dictate the success, not your words. Not even you wanting it. You got to, you know, burning desire is what gets you to take the action. So tonight's is about everyone, all of you, coming up with a game plan. But first, you got to decide if you want it, how bad you want it. If you want it as bad as me, then you got the desire. You got what's called a burning desire. Some people call it getting laser focused or locking in, or E.T. the hip hop preacher Eric Thomas. He talks about doing this business like it was, or treating it like it was oxygen. So do this business as bad as you want to breathe. That's the difference. I know it's saying, well, some of you just not cut out that way. Some of you not willing to do it. Some of you are. And guess what? The beautiful thing about it is you don't have to do it forever. If you can do a sustained period of time, commit to 3 years, what's 3 years? That's less than a bachelor's degree, less than, less than becoming a professional baseball player. All those people have to go through years and years of not being a professional to get to the highest professional levels. Maybe if you're a college basketball player and you're phenomenal talent, you go for college for 1 year and to get in. But most people got to go the long way, earn their way up there. And I talked about the Peter rule the other day. 20% of the people own 80% of the wealth or success. That means the other 80% of people have to deal with the 20%. So tonight is about where you want to fall. Do you want to fall to 20% that has 80%? And it's possible for all of you. All you have to do is meet right people in 3 different legs, 3 different sponsored people. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, it's simple. It doesn't matter if they're your right side or your left side, your binary. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is where do you personally sponsor these people. And you have to personally sponsor them, and they have to be in different organizations. Actually, they don't have to be personal. They should be in your sponsorship leg. 3 different legs of leaders. And you don't have to be the one to be the leader. Someone else could bring you that leader that you sponsor. So in each and one of your legs, you need 3 leaders. And then you have to work the volume. Volume comes from 2 things. Volume comes from getting customers. I'm happy to announce this week, we paid the first commissions on product sales. We have about 32 orders so far in less than 2 weeks. We did about 32 orders in the first 2 weeks of the business. I paid commissions on that this week. They're in there. $2.50. There's somebody who made over $25 already selling rice. And it's great to see $1.88 or $4.12. And but guess what? It's just a start. It's on 1 or 2 orders. Some of you can see your dish commissions coming in, $75, and then into the binary. Some of you could sell, a satellite, or solar energy, solar energy, and make $1,200 with a portion of that going to business volume and unilevel. And then some of you Might sell an alarm system, make $300 up front personally, and have $100 go in the binary for everybody. That's volume. That's volume that will impact your promotions. Every time somebody pays their monthly $50, the $50 discussion for, it's amazing, the $50 discussion for our monthly map is one of the most debated items because everyone doesn't want to pay $50 without getting something. Well, let me tell you, first of all, 50% of that $50 we pay back in business volume, which goes all the way up, which helps you guys get promoted or helps you get commission on your residual income. The other $25 we run the company. Oh, wait a minute. Did I not say that for every $50 someone gives, we take out 10 of the $10 to give to you? That you can spend on anything internal with the company, including signing people up or paying for monthly maps for you or your business partners? Let me tell you, this compensation plan is fairly distributed to help people succeed. So it's there. So I call this the perfect storm. We have products and services that everyone can save money, everyone uses and needs. We have a company that's put a comp plan who believes in you that fairly distributes the income throughout every level, beginning with just starting in this business. And then when you help duplicate by helping these leaders go throughout, you'll enjoy things like lifestyle bonuses and residual income and check matching. So you get rewarded for working with people. So when you have all these three elements coming together under a company, that means it's the perfect storm. And what's a perfect storm? A storm where you add three different storms and the combination of it brings about a way bigger storm, more massive than all three of them combined. And that's what we have. But if you don't talk to people, if you don't share people, if you don't get customers or don't get partners because you're not talking to people, and all of it depends on your desire. All of it depends on you wanting more in life. You going to somebody and telling them, we're going to do this, we're going to do it together. Will there be challenges? Absolutely. Will you succeed every time? No. Because not everyone's going to want to join you. That's okay. But you can't stop. You can't slow down. If you fall, just get back up. Because all you do is what we do on our GPS is recalculate. So I'm asking everyone, so let's what? Your first objective is to decide what you want, how far you want to go. Is it platinum? Is it diamond? Is it gold broker? Doesn't matter. Silver broker. It's what you want. That's the address that you put into your GPS. Then you're going to wait for it to calculate based on the different routes. It might give you an option and say, hey, this is the fastest route, but it's more miles. This is the shortest route, but there's traffic. And then there's, okay, you could go this way, but it's going to cost you some money, some tolls. You have to decide. And all of it impacts to how long it takes you to get there, to your destination. You have to choose. And the good news is, if you choose one way and it's not working, you could change the route, recalculate. So I'm asking every one of you to first tonight to write down what you want to get out of AGS. How is AGS going to change your life? Why do AGS unless you could know it could change your life? And then you have to write down how it can change your life. And then you're going to ask us, the person who sponsored you, well, this is what I need out of this. What do I need to do? What is the price that I need to pay? And then you need to resolve to pay that price. Meaning you have to commit to pay that price no matter what. Because if you have a burning desire, then you will succeed because you won't stop until you do. It will happen faster. And don't look at anyone to your left or right. I mean, it's good to have inspiration from your peers, but everyone has a different path based on your work ethic, and the things that you do. Maybe a little luck once in a while or something like that. Everyone has a different route. So don't worry about other people, worry about you. And then if you continue and you focus with the desire I'm talking about tonight, you will succeed. And once you succeed, the accomplishment of, let me tell you, just watching people around you. My favorite part of this business is watching leaders get promoted, get bonuses, get success, then start to believe in themselves. After 8 years of doing this, that's the best part of it. The bond that you form, knowing that you have something in common, that your desire is burning, and that you both want this as bad as you want oxygen. It's a brotherhood or sisterhood that is truly amazing. And then you start accomplishing things. See, but what we're doing is we're going to different countries and bringing this level of success and desire and expertise and possibilities to dream. You no longer have to come to America to live the American dream. We're going to bring the American dream to a lot of people around the world. And you could be part of that. But you got to have the same energy, consistent energy, persistent energy, amazing energy to get it off the ground. Until you get what you want out of this, don't let up for 1 minute. Success is there for each and every one of you. The choice is yours. So tonight, just look in the mirror. Look at yourself and say, you know what? I'm gonna do this AGS thing. And I'm gonna do it to the best of my ability. And I'm gonna do it and treat it like it's oxygen. It's gonna be a priority for the next 90 days, 180 days, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. I'm gonna make it a priority because it can change not only my life, but many, many others. I always like to say when you skip, I love skipping rocks in the lake. You ever see that? You skip a rock and then it makes the waves. The funny thing is you skip a rock and the waves goes, but it keeps going. And a lot of times you don't see where that wave ends. Those are the lives you're touching. You produce a platinum broker in Haiti. You know how many lives you touch. So the people you don't even know, see or touch every day. Or you do in the Philippines. Or you do it here in Wisconsin or California or Idaho or New Mexico or wherever that this may end up because that rock skipped and the water goes through and the wave goes all the way to the end. And that's the beauty of this business. But are they going to be challenged? Absolutely. We've had our challenges here at AGS in our short, yes, less than a year. But we're not letting that stop us. We just get more determined, more resolved, and move forward. We've had a good month. I think in the last 3 months we've doubled the size of the company, and we've opened up 3 international markets, and we're about to open up more. The sky's the limit. So I wanted to talk to you because it all starts, whatever product or service you want to choose. I know I was supposed to do product training tonight, but this is about getting all of you to have the burning desire. If you have not listened to, if you joined me late, I would encourage you. I'm recording it. I'm going to load it up on YouTube because it's on it's off of our webinar thing. So it's going to create an audio. I'm going to load it up there and I'm going to send it to everyone. And you get them to listen and tell them, join you. Join this amazing journey to changing your life. Because you made a decision and you're going to go do it. Now you're looking for who you're going to do it with. The hardest part is making that decision. I hope you make it tonight to join us at AGS. Because as this company continues to grow, all I'm seeing is enormous possibilities, endless possibilities. And that's around the world. So yes, I am Platinum Broker. I woke up one day and the computer changed. I'm platinum broker, and I'm proud to be a platinum broker. But more importantly, I'm proud because I'm producing gold brokers, silver brokers, executives, consultants, all people who are making money in this business and aspire to do more. And I feel like it's my job and my duty to help each and everyone fulfill their dreams. But first, we got to dream. So establish your dream and go for it. My name is Leslie J. Derenoncourt. Thank you for joining me tonight. God bless all of you. And go and take this vehicle, this wonderful vehicle, and bless as many people as possible. And you'll wake up diamond broker, platinum broker, gold broker, whatever you want it to be. Thank you for being on tonight. God bless you. This webinar and call is officially over. Have a great evening.